Hey guys, I was about to go to bed, but I got an email from, you guys know him as Joe Bob Briggs. He used to be on TV on Monster Vision on TNT, and he had a little show on The Daily Show with, I think it was Craig Ferguson, maybe. I'm not sure which host it was when he was on it, but he did a little, like a religious snippet where he'd take crazy religious clips of the Benny Hinn types and all their nutty stuff they do. And but I believe he's a believer. Um, he's also against. He's with an organization that exposes preachers that take money in the name of foreign causes and keep it for themselves. Like Robert, I think it's Tilton. Is that his name? Where he took a ton of money for an orphanage in South America and only sent them like $100 a month, but claimed to be giving them a bunch of money. But he would give a little stipend to the guy running it down there, and he would keep the thousands for himself. And he was busted for it, and it was just sickening. Just sickening. I think it's Robert Tilton. So he exposes this kind of stuff. Okay, he's one of the good guys. But he sent me an article. These three atheists have gotten together, and like he said, all humanists are atheists. That they're going crazy because they claim this World War I memorial up in New York. Let me read this little section he put. He said, New York, 7 miles down the road from the Supreme Court, about a 15-minute taxi ride, is a 40-foot concrete World War I memorial known as the Peace Cross. The existence of the Peace Cross at a three-way intersection between three streets, and it's in New York, and these people want to get these judges to the Supreme Court to destroy it, remove it, or otherwise get it out of their eyesight. They're claiming some kind of psychic pain and suffering every time they have to drive by it. Now, my thing is if you look at a cross and it causes you psychic pain, you need that cross. You need Jesus. If you're looking at something and it's causing anger to stir up in you, and Joe Bob makes the point, if it was a Navajo religious practice representing their four sacred mountains, would they remove it? And I say, if it was a crescent moon and star for Islam, would they dare say it causes them pain? We need it torn down? No, they wouldn't. They're cowards and hypocrites. If it was a Hindu statue of Kali, the god of destruction, with the skulls hanging on him, would they take that down? No. Because there's one right out front of CERN, and I believe another statue of some kind of idol outside of the European Union building. Nobody's crying about that. They need to put on their big boy pants and get over it. And I'm sick of this separation of church and state argument, because that law was to protect the church, not the government, from our faith. It's to protect those of us in our faith so that the government cannot interfere with our worship. And the only time the word separation of church and state is used is in a letter, and I believe it's to a Baptist church by Thomas Jefferson, comforting them that the government would not interfere with their worship. It is not to privatize our faith, as if we're not allowed to have free speech of our faith in public. And Joe Bob says, is our faith now going to be a second-class freedom of speech? It's like a lower form of free. We're not allowed. We should be able to freely speak it. Other religions do. Let's just get real here. There is a spirit behind these people. If they are that troubled by a cross, they really, really need that cross. They need Jesus. They are lost, and there is a spirit in them hating it. It's just hating it. No, but that cross is not forcing them to believe on Jesus. It's about the faith of the dead soldiers and their families, to comfort us, not them. Nobody is saying you have to be Christian. It's to memorialize the faith of the fallen soldiers and their families. That's ridiculous to say destroy or get rid of it. It's causing me pain. But when the Satanists wanted to put up their Baphomet statue of the children looking at this goat-headed, it's what is it? A transgender type goat. It's got breasts, but male genitalia and a goat's head and it's just horrific looking. Okay, well, they were going to allow that, and nobody, they're not having a fit over that. When the side of the Empire State Building had a big picture, I think it was of Kali, the god of destruction, with the tongue hanging out and the blood. They didn't get that taken down. They didn't have a fit over that. When the White House put rainbow signs up there for the homosexuality, nobody said, no, don't do that. I mean, they weren't there opposing that. They only opposed the cross, and then claimed that the cross is causing them psychic pain. Man, if a cross is causing you psychic pain, there's a devil in you probably, and you need it out, because he's the one screaming. Remember, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, rulers of darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in high places. There's a spirit working in or through a person like that, to have that much hatred. And let's just get real. It's about coming against Christianity. It's trying to suppress the message of Christians. It's not freedom of religion. It's not to protect them or make it fair. It's them. They hate Christianity. They don't hate all religions. They hate Christianity. They hate Jesus. Jesus said they would hate us because they hated him first. And so this made me very mad, but I was so proud of him. So proud of him. And I'm going to post the article link in the description box for you, so you can read Joe Bob's writing. He goes by Joe Bob Briggs professionally. So, but he's an actor. He was in the movie Casino. He played the dumb hick guy that was running all the slot machines, and he kept messing up, and Robert De Niro fired him. Real strong Southern drawl. So he's really good in that. And he was in my movie. The Storytellers. He played the funny janitor. We've been friends for years, and he's brilliant. He's a Vanderbilt educated man, and one of the most brilliant and prolific writers I've ever seen. And this persona of this redneck that he plays on TV and stuff, that's not him. The guy is, like, intellectually, like, really, like, challenging, because it's hard to be in his presence. He's super, super smart. And it's the antithesis of what he presents himself as on television. So I really thought you might like to see this article and just call it what it is. It's coming against Christianity. It has nothing to do with freedom or any of that nonsense. So I want to pray against it. I pray that it stays there. I pray those people get saved too. Okay, guys. Don't forget, I'll put the article in the link in the box. God bless.